I think I'm live. Yep, I should be live. Doesn't look like anybody's here yet, but I am starting a couple minutes early, so let me get the music started here. I think I normally use music for a chat stream. It's been so long I've forgotten. I still had 4 minutes, fool. I living corpse. I know. Sometimes I start like 5 minutes early. Here, let me know if this is too loud. I probably should have tested this, but it's been a little while. That is the wrong... Hang on. Let me go with the usual music. Let me know if that's too loud or not loud enough. It's actually way too loud for me, so... I actually don't need to pop out the chat this time since you guys don't, But let me switch it to live chat so I, in theory, see all of them. Where is Winamp? There it is. Well, that's gonna... Okay, I think I'll keep Winamp over here. So let's chat about Sonic, food, Red Dwarf, horror movies, games, the recent Halloween, the upcoming Christmas, too early, no torture or spiders, and lots of other nice things. Hi, Special Iron. I typed starting now in the Cute Animals channel. Oops. Sorry about that. That's too funny. Yeah, I normally have the other... I was kind of in a hurry, I guess. Was that Dina's victory, I got chores done music? What? Hi, 1610 man. I think this is the first time I've seen you on here. Return of Silent Hill. That movie's not coming out till January. Oh, that's Return to Silent Hill. Hi, Death's Head. Hi, Bloodgrass. Oh, you are talking about the movie, The Return to Silent Hill. Yeah, it looks like a fan film. It does. Doesn't look especially good. I haven't seen enough of it to know if it looks terrible or not, but it doesn't look especially good. Not spider fat. Camel spiders are not spiders. They are horrifying, though. Yeah, I thought I would do a chat stream this time just because it's been so long since the last stream. I don't know if I have a lot to talk about, really. It's not like a lot of things happen to me or anything, but yeah, it was kind of an easy way to just sort of ease my way back into streaming. And it's a lot easier to get myself to stream if I don't have to worry about setting up like Photoshop or setting up a game to play or whatever. I can just like fucking talk at the camera. You know, Dina, when I was younger, I didn't have a Minecraft or Call of Duty phase. I had a Silent Hill phase, and that's thanks to you. That's awesome. Maria looks not good. I know, James doesn't look that great either, but yeah, Maria straight up looks like she's wearing a wig. It's really bad. They aren't camels either, I assume. Hi, Introvert Goblin. Good time zone. Oh yeah. We had what do you call it? We set the clocks back last week. I have mixed feelings on Silent Hill F. Some of it feels like Silent Hill, but it also feels like it could have been a new IP. Yeah, I feel that. I'm not one of those people who's really picky about the fact that it doesn't take place in Silent Hill, but yeah, I see where you're getting with that. I mostly just want a good game. I'm not... You know, you could argue that I have low expectations due to Konami screwing us over so many times, but as long as it's a good game at the end, that's all I care about. I don't have a whole lot to say about Silent Hill F yet. I know nobody's asked me yet, but I know somebody will. I started playing it and then I got hung up in like that first time that it switches to the other world. I couldn't get past that part. I'm gonna go back to playing it at some point, but then Markiplier started uploading Let's Plays of it, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just watch that for now. I can still go back and play the game. So I was watching Markiplier play it, and I don't know how far into the game he is, but he kind of went on hiatus with it, so it's been a little while at this point, but like, I don't want to say what point he's at because it might be kind of spoilerific, but yeah, I have been at least sort of experiencing Silent Hill F, so yeah, I don't really have very many opinions on it yet. It's a really good looking game, but I won't like have any like fully formed opinions on it until I've seen the entire thing. I got spoiled on what some of the symbolism is, so that's kind of interesting. Again, I'm trying to be vague and non-spoilery, but yeah, knowing what some of the symbolism is, it's kind of interesting seeing how it's been implemented and being so vague. But if you know, you know, I guess. A new Silent Hill film, James looks like douchebag from New Jersey. Like, I don't care if the actors in the movie look exactly like the characters. In fact, it's better when they don't. When they go a little bit, they look a little bit different. Otherwise, it can look like cosplay, you know what I mean? I commented on this when I was watching Silent Hill Revelations. Like, one of the few good things about that movie is that they didn't try to make Heather's outfit look exactly like it did in the games. But, yeah, why does James have, like, fucking dark curly hair and a 5 o'clock shadow? Like, he looks nothing like James. Like, they didn't try at all. I don't remember if he's wearing a green jacket. I'll bet he probably does. But then they made Maria look exactly like in the games, but somehow more fake. Okay. You can't say they didn't do anything original with F, that's true. I honestly would like I mean, maybe I'm in the minority here, but I would honestly like a game a little more similar to the first few Silent Hill games. I just want them to go back to doing that and stop trying to reinvent the wheel every time they put out a new Silent Hill game. But I don't know. I mean, maybe the majority of people who play games these days prefer this newer style of gameplay, but I just prefer the older style personally. It's a little heavy, but my dad had a bit of a health scare last Sunday. Thankfully, it wasn't all that serious, and he was back at home that evening. Well, I'm glad it turned out to not be that bad. I'm paraphrasing there. I'm not trying to downplay it if it sounds that way. Lotus Prince has been streaming it. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, like Introvert Goblin said, I hope he makes a full recovery. If you go the true ending path, you have to fight 2 final bosses. They're actually pretty cool looking. You're talking about Silent Hill F, I assume? That's interesting. Hi, Gabriel. Have officially seen all 3 Sonic movies. Should I check out the Knuckles or should I skip? I liked Knuckles. Some of it's that kind of humor where sometimes like the jokes go on a little too long. That's the only complaint I have about it, but overall I liked it. There are a couple scenes where the jokes go on a little too long though. But yeah, for the most part I liked it. Oh, hi Annie. Just make an animated Silent Hill movie or show. Even Resident Evil's live action doesn't try. That's a good point. They should just make like a CG Silent Hill movie. Knuckles is a good series. Episode 4 is absolutely bonkers in a good way. I know which one you mean. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Isn't Townfall coming out next year or something? I don't remember remember when Townfall is coming out, but I'm interested in that one. I think I heard that it's gonna be like... Oops, YouTube's giving me an error message. I hope, nothing's... I hope you guys aren't getting lag or anything like that. Thank you for the hearts. I think I saw hearts earlier and I didn't react. What was I saying? Oh, Townfall. Yeah, I think I heard Townfall was something like a... What's the term I'm thinking of? like a series of short stories that are unrelated kind of thing. I don't know. I may be remembering that wrong. But anyway, yeah, I am interested in Townfall. Mostly because it's the one they talked about the least. And there wasn't a lot of, like, corporate babble about it in the announcement. Frankly, James feels like the kind of guy who wouldn't care enough about his appearance to shave regularly. I know. The 5 o'clock shadow doesn't bother me half as much as the fact that he just doesn't look like James in any other way either. Like, at least have him be blonde. Hi, Lint. Silent Hill Shattered Memories was interesting, but kind of felt like an alternate continuity reboot. Well, I mean, that's kind of what it was. I liked Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I know not everybody did, but overall I liked it. I keep forgetting about Short Message. I meant to watch a video of that and react to it. Hi, Artie. Has anyone been watching Fiona and Cake? I don't know what that is, so no in my case. Traditional spam into hearts. Oh, it's Adventure Time related. Okay, that would explain why I didn't know what it was. Be great if Silent Hill got an anime like Castlevania. That would be awesome. I love that Paramount Plus releases their streaming shows to DVD. I just got the first season of Tony and Ziva, their recent NCIS spin-off. I don't know what that is, but that is cool that if they release their stuff on DVD as well. Oh my god, I'm not reading that, Special Iron. Yeah, we really need to go back to physical media. Streaming services seemed like such a good idea for a while, but then they started, like, deleting their shows, and there's just no way to watch them after that. Oh my god. Special Iron, stop. I mean, Remake James has stubble. It's less he doesn't care and more he's been taking care of Mary for so long he hasn't been taking care of himself. Yeah. He took care of Mary, all right. I remember when they made that Final Fantasy movie, Spirits Within, it was such a flop it almost screwed them, yeah. I guess that's a concern, that if they made a Silent Hill CG movie, they would end up going that route. Seems like Christoph Gans wanted to make a sequel to his Silent Hill continuity with Christopher looking for Rose. A very loose adaptation of Silent Hill 2, yeah. he did want to do that at some point. Hi, Gremlin Glitch. I don't think I saw you before. Yeah, I need to start going back to collecting DVDs. Taken roughly 5 years for you to tell me to stop. Exactly, it's about time. Yeah, streaming services are convenient if you're on the go, but like, that's actually a good point, yeah, but like it's not much more effort to put in a DVD player and no problems with Wi-Fi and them deleting the show off the platform. Yeah, them deleting the shows is the worst part. Now streaming services are implementing tiers with ads, yes, to extort more money for something that used to be one of the innate benefits of streaming. I know, I've been saying for a while, we may as well just go back to network TV at this point. Because, like, even YouTube has ads. YouTube's getting really aggressive with their ads lately. Like, it used to be like, there'd be 2 ads, but if you skipped the first one... Or, how did it work? I think they would make you watch the first one, but you could skip the second one. Or maybe it was the other way around. You could, if you skip the first one, you wouldn't have to watch the second one either. I can't remember which way it was. But now it's like, not every time, but there's 3 ads. They make you sit through the entire first 2 ads, and then you can only skip the third. Like, it's really annoying. And their ads are like freaking AI scams and shit most of the time. Anyway, I didn't mean to go on a rant about YouTube ads, but... Hi, John. Hello, Santa. Yeah, the Santa is finally... He's finally almost seasonal. I don't actually put up my Christmas decorations until right after Thanksgiving, but I know some people will put up their Christmas decorations right after Halloween, so he's not too out of season anymore. He does still need to be. I'm gonna put that thing through the wash sometime soon and rehang it. Sorry for my username being a mouthful. Yeah, I kind of almost stumbled on it there. Whoops. Oh, I lost my place. There it is. That reminds me of Cat on that backwards tandem. Stop, no more. I'm not moving another yard on this thing. I'm getting a parting in the back of my head. Oh, yeah. I remember him saying that now. Yeah, stop. I remember that now. Yep, that's why I'm collecting my CDs and ripping them to my iPod or whatnot. Sure, the battery sucks, but I've got 2, so... Next Thursday, I'm going to see The Running Man. I'm going with a friend of mine who hates Stephen King, but is interested in the film. He hates it when I remind him it's from King. Oh, yeah. I may or may not see that one in the theater. The trailer made it look really good, so I kind of do want to see it, but I'm also seeing, Wicked 2 and Zootopia 2 come out in the same month, and that's a lot of movies to watch in 1 month, so... That shit gets expensive after a while, so I may wait to see what the critics have to say about it first. Or I might just say fuck it and see it anyway, I don't know. But yeah, I know it comes out next Friday or Thursday. Burton vs. Batman has been getting a lot of continuations in comics and novels nowadays. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Granted, I don't read comics these days, but I'm a little surprised I haven't at least heard something about that before now. YouTube is also trying to combat ad blocker. Yeah. Sorry, we have a lot of guys around with small dicks. I assume everyone heard the engine outside. If not, that was an awkward thing for me to say. I'm only now realizing how weird that would sound out of context. YouTube ads are getting out of hand. You have to wait nearly a minute before you can skip any, if at all. Yeah. For some reason on one of my other YouTube accounts, it will not let me skip ads whatsoever. Oh god, that's terrible. Oh, thank you for the super chat. It's from Living Corpse. He says, any kaiju fans here play Gaiga Bash? It's slowly becoming the Smash Brothers of kaiju. I never heard of that. It has Godzilla and Ultraman as guests, and Gamera's coming November 20th. I don't think I'd heard of that game. That sounds interesting. I don't know if it's my thing, but that's pretty cool that there's like a, I guess, a fighting game where you play as kaiju. Is anyone else sick of seeing the message fewer ad breaks for this long video? Huh. I don't think I've gotten that. YouTube ad apocalypse, dawn of AI. Yeah. Santa's becoming relevant again. Dina and her Santa shrine. You're the only one who thinks of it as a shrine, Artie. No, but I'm sick of YouTube trying to peddle YouTube Premium Lite to me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and, like, I know people who have bought YouTube Premium because they're sick of the ads, but it's like, that's kind of like rewarding YouTube for playing ads, right? So, like, I don't feel right doing that. But I also get wanting to get rid of the ads that way, so I don't know. It's not something I'm gonna do myself. Oh god, the Grammarly ads. Yeah, I refuse to give YouTube money so that they will stop showing me ads. That just that doesn't feel right to me. Again, not judging anyone who does. I couldn't bring myself to do that. I also stumble over my own username. That's funny. My mom used to put up Christmas decorations the day after Thanksgiving. It's something I've carried over. Yeah, because I like to put them up kind of early because I do like having them up. But, you know, if I have them up too long, I'll kind of get tired of them and stop noticing them. So I find that right after November is a good sweet spot. Like, that's when not after November, day after Thanksgiving is almost right after November. But anyway, day after Thanksgiving is what I meant to say. And then I take them down January, like 2nd or 3rd or something like that. I still have Halloween decorations up, aside from Santa, obviously, but I still have Halloween decorations up. I'm thinking I'm actually going to take them down this weekend, though, because I have battery-powered lights and the batteries died, so it's like, I don't feel like recharging the batteries just to get a couple more days of lights. So I may just go ahead and take them down this weekend. I also have a 4-day weekend because Veterans Day is Tuesday for some reason, and so I also took Monday off. TV Tropes didn't let me look at the site with my ad on. Today I've gotten so sick of seeing a damn Ted Bundy ad, tired of serial killers being sensationalized. Yeah, I'm kind of there with you. I sometimes enjoy a good movie about a serial killer, but I'm kind of tired of them now. And yeah, they are becoming a little too sensationalized at this point. I tend to wait until December itself until I put up the decorations. Then I have to go over to my parents' house to put up theirs. That's cool. I like being able to. I mean, it's work, but at the same time, it's like it's a labor of love putting up decorations. So I like the idea of being able to put them up twice. Normally, I would put up the decorations around the house, and then I would take what's left into the office, and I would put them up in my work area. But I'm actually not going to be working in the office in December because they're closing up the building so they can renovate it. So I get to work remotely from like I think the last week or two in November to like March 1st, I think. It's kind of tentative, but I think that's how long I'll be working remotely. I'm going on so many tangents today, but that's what happens when I do a chat stream. The Running Man continuity reboot has been in development hell since 2000 and 2010. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's not necessarily, that doesn't sound good, but like I said, I thought the trailer looked really good, so, and I don't remember the original too well. From what I've heard, the original is only like slightly based on the book, so a more faithful one will be interesting. I know I'll be seeing Zootopia 2. My daughter has already made that clear. I really hope Zootopia 2 is going to be good. For some weird reason. I'm a little concerned about it. I don't know why. I think it's because we just haven't seen very much material about it yet. There's only been like one trailer. Well, there was a teaser and then there was a trailer and then that was it. So like it's weird that they're not pushing it more. Also, it's, well, this has nothing to do with its quality, but it's coming out the same weekend as Wicked too, so, you know, I hope it does okay. What did I think of the new It movies? Well, I did do a film den on Chapter 1. I love Chapter 1. Chapter 2, not so much, which is why I didn't do a film den on it immediately. I really need to watch it again and eventually do that film den on it. As far as Welcome to Derry, the pilot episode didn't quite do it for me, but it did get me interested, and the second episode I really liked, so I think you only asked about the movies, but I am also into Welcome to Derry. I like how it seems like The Running Man retains at least some of the humor of the original Schwarzenegger movie. Oh, I don't know how many people picked up on this, but there's a scene where a woman is fanning out a bunch of like, what, $100, $1,000 bills? I can't remember what they were, but they had Arnold Schwarzenegger's face on them. It's hard to catch. It's like a blink and you'll miss it thing. But I love that Easter egg. Oh good, you guys heard the engine. It wasn't until after I said that I realized how that sounded. Geez, I'm only just now up to the... I'm only just now up to the super chat. I feel like I read that hours ago. The hotels in my area already have their trees up. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Hope to see the Chainsaw Man movie in theater, but if I don't, oh well, at least Need to see the film in February. I've never watched any of those. I've never watched that series, but I've heard that I've heard it's good. The Adam West Batman show has both comics and 2 animated movies. The second one was the last thing West was in before he died. That's interesting. Did I know about that? I don't think I did. So the kaiju thing is a fighting game, yeah. When you compared it to Super Smash Brothers, I figured it was. If we're lucky, maybe we can get King Kong. It's insane. Passion Republic managed to convince 3 companies to put their monsters in. That is, that is impressive. Rampage. Sounds familiar. If you get YouTube Premium, where do the creators get money from if you're not watching the ads? Oh, I don't remember how that works, but I feel like the creators still get something, but I don't remember how it works. I just saw the film Runt. It starred the late Cameron Boyce. I don't know who that is. It was filmed in 2018 but got shelved twice in 2019 and 20. Due to his passing and COVID, it got released in 2021 and it's actually good. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, every once in a while, you know, it pans out. Actually, I think I remember hearing that The Long Walk was one of those movies that kept getting shelved for years. And that movie turned out amazing, so... There was a DLC that was canceled and rumor has it was going to be Pacific Rim, but WB was being hard to work with. Ah, that's a bummer. I was watching the new It and found Pennywise and Silent Hill are very similar by using people's fears and trauma against them. Yeah, I could kind of see that. Oh yeah, the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I still haven't played that. For someone who makes gaming content on YouTube, I don't really play that many video games these days. I should try to do that a little bit more. Not like I don't have other things to do, but... Most videos are ad-free, but you don't get free YouTube music. No downloading vids and no background play, whatever that is. Oh, you're talking about Premium Light. Excuse me. I skipped over that question because I didn't know the answer. Keep the Halloween stuff up. Might as well make Nightmare Before Christmas real since it keeps invading other holidays. That's true. Oh yeah, I'm getting annoyed with TV Tropes ads too. I don't think it's every time, but there are times when they like refuse to load the page until you turn off your ad blocker. That's so annoying. Oh, Phantasy Star 4 music is playing. For some reason I thought that was further down on the list. I guess the music must be at a pretty good level. Nobody's complained about it. I was worried it was too loud, but I know y'all definitely would have told me if it was too loud. Hopefully it's not hopefully it's not too quiet either. But I guess too quiet isn't that big of an issue if I'm going to be talking over it the entire time anyway. Most of the ads I get are for dodgy gambling ads for some reason. I don't even gamble except when I eat out. Yeah. We have a title for the sequel of Godzilla -1, Godzilla -0. Yes, for real. I never did see Godzilla Minus One. It was I heard almost exclusively good things about it. I don't know why I never. I guess I just don't really follow that franchise, not for any particular reason. A chat stream is basically literally just an oops all tangents kind of stream. It is for me. It is when I do one. I think it's because I fixate on the chat more than other streamers do. You just hope to see more of the dancing sexy tigers in it, aren't you, Dina? Hey now. I point out the sexy tigers because I think they're funny. They don't do anything for me in that way that you're implying. Those sexy tigers are hilarious though. They knew what they were doing with that movie. There's a Wicked Part 2. Yeah, it's coming out like the day before Thanksgiving or something. I'm super looking forward to it. I almost used my... I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have a Wicked themed thumbnail I use for streams sometimes where the background is like half green and half pink. And I almost used that one and I'm like, it's fall. I'll use the fall themed orange one, but I almost used the Wicked one. Unless you're being sarcastic. I don't know. Personally, I've been seeing it advertised a ton, but I also get Wicked stuff recommended to me on Facebook all the time, so... Welcome to Dairy shows that Pennywise was holding back in the movies. I sort of liked that the game show host was played by Richard Dawson, basically playing an asshole version of himself. I'm not sure who that is. I feel like I should know. See, I thought up until I saw the trailer that the new It film was taking place in Ireland. Oh, because there's a dairy in Ireland. Right. It took me a second to remember that. I only know that because of, Diamanda Hagen. I don't know if that's where she's from, but she's mentioned it before. I think it's where she's from. I feel like Wicked came out in January this year, not last year. Nope, it came out right before Thanksgiving. I know because I noticed because it's sort of tradition that some of you might not be old enough to remember this, but it used to be that they would always show The Wizard of Oz on TV on Thanksgiving. And I thought that was really cool when Wicked Part 1 came out. It came out right around Thanksgiving, just like when they used to show The Wizard of Oz on TV. So that's partly why I remember that. Oh, right, they are making Spaceballs too, aren't they? I forgot about that. Hi, Dr. Mad Studio. I looked it up. It came out November 22nd, 2024, so the films are a year apart in release. I wonder how the second was filmed, maybe back to back. Yeah, I think they were. Like, look at Smash. Most of the stuff is owned by Nintendo, so less hurdles to jump over. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. God, I'm so behind on the chat. I might have to start skipping a little bit. Otherwise... Of course, I've only been streaming for half an hour, but... Yeah, I'm gonna start to get, like, way behind at some point. We're going to Comic-Con Liverpool. That's cool. I haven't haven't been to any conventions in a while. I should probably go to one sometime if I can afford it. Okay, I'm gonna start skipping over the stuff about YouTube Premium because I don't have it, so, you know, I don't have anything to say about it really, other than what I've already said. I've been doing pretty good. Dr. Mad Studio, I hope you have been too. I think I'll skip over the Final Fantasy stuff too. Music is good. Sounds like the nice level that it was in IKEA earlier. Okay. I like the Phantasy Star music even though I haven't played that much of the game. Yeah, it's a good soundtrack. It's nice and long too, so... I don't know exactly how long it goes for, but I know it's at least an hour. I'll only be meeting 2 guests at Comic-Con Liverpool since I don't have a big budget to afford the likes of Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, it's like, I understand why guests at conventions charge for signatures and selfies and stuff, but at the same time, like, I can't afford that. Also, I don't want to stand in line for it, so... Like, I plan to go to a convention in, I think it's January, because Michael Bell is going to be there, but I'm not going to go to his... I'm not gonna go to his, like, table or anything. I'm just gonna, go to whatever panels he's in. A man's gotta know his limitations, yep. Oh, bye, Artie. Thanks for stopping by. You've probably been gone for like an hour. So far behind. Cameron Boyce was a child actor who is known for his work in Jessie, Grown Ups, and Descendants. He passed in 2019 at age 20 due to an epileptic seizure. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of the things he's been in, though. You don't need to be a kaiju fan to enjoy -1. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard it's the rare Godzilla movie where you actually care about the human characters as well. I should probably see Wicked 1. I'm just a sucker for not watching movies until I really want to. I kind of know how that is. Wicked is just one of those things where I'd heard about the play and I thought it sounded really interesting, and I'm like, I'd like to see that sometime, and then they made a movie out of it, and so... And I watched the movie and I fucking loved it, so... I am a Wicked fan now. Tony Robinson in Blackadder. Who did he play? I know the name. Was that Baldrick? Apparently Zootopia was originally going to be an absurdly darker movie starring Nick, where predators are basically forced to wear shock collars. I heard about that. That's interesting. I don't blame them for making it a little more kid-friendly, but that would have been an interesting take. Richard Dawson was a Family Feud host. Oh, okay. He's known for kissing female contestants on the lips. Ew, yeah, that's right. I remember how the host used to get kind of flirty with female contestants. I never really watched a lot of game shows, but I know of that trope, for lack of a better word. For good luck, he said. Right. I'm pretty sure that Diamanda is Irish. I mean, obviously. But I mean, I think she's from Derry. That was the only part I wasn't totally sure on. They're only charging 25, I think that's pounds. I don't know how much that is in dollars, but 25 pounds for his autograph. Compared that to John Cena, who's like 175 pounds, and he's sold out anyway. Oh man. See, I'm cool with people like voice actors and such charging money for selfies and autographs and stuff. I don't know how I feel about someone like John Cena, who's probably well, I don't want to say he's a millionaire, but I'm guessing he probably makes a lot of money and doesn't... I don't know. I mean... It is work, technically, being at a convention. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, so an actual game show host is playing the game show host in Running Man? That's funny. Sorry, I am skimming over some of the comments. I'm reading all of them. I'm just not reacting to all of them. Wow, Special Line, you've never been to a convention in your life? I mean, I don't go to the big ones, but I at least try to go to the local ones. But not, I mean, lately I haven't, but... I also sell artwork at conventions sometimes. Again, smaller local ones. We'll be seeing Danny Trejo at Nightmare Weekend. That's cool. Finally get the chance to meet Craig Charles next year at Sheffield Comic Con. He's the only Red Dwarf cast member left that I haven't. That's cool. Oops. Yeah, I think I just lost my place again. Oh my god, seriously? Oh wait, no, I lost my place. There we are. That's where I was at. Supposedly Danny John Jules walked into the shop I used to work at typical that I missed him. Oh, that's a bummer. Hi, Bloodgrass. I don't recall if I saw you before. Has Guy Seehee made any statements about the remake of Silent Hill 2? I don't follow Guy Seehee anymore, I'm sorry to say. He got a little weird with conspiracy theories and stuff, and I just... yeah. I don't really want to talk about it, but yeah, I have no idea. I don't know if he's even, like, really active on the internet anymore. Like I said, I've stopped following him, so I don't know. I've met Rimmer. His actor's name escapes my brain. Chris Berry. He was nice enough, but it was really awkward, yeah. It can be. Yeah, I've heard Chris Berry's a nice guy. Dina, oh no, I gotta read comments and I got a sore throat. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Thank God for this freaking Chloraseptic. I don't know what I'd do without it. Honestly, Chloraseptic should freaking actually, well, it's actually, oh, you can't really see it. Yeah, it's actually like Walmart brand sore throat spray. I was about to say Chloraseptic ought to give me money for how often I use their product on my streams. Just had to put up with fans shouting "Oi, Smeghead" for much of his life, but that he takes it in good humor. Best song on the soundtrack. From the trailers I saw of Wicked, I loved how colorful and vibrant it looked. Seems like a great time. Yeah, it is. A lot of that is practical too. Like they didn't use a lot of CG for the backgrounds and such. That's a really great looking movie. I think if I could meet another celebrity Andy Serkis, that'd be interesting. I love Hattie Hayridge. She's absolutely lovely. Norman Lovett dropped out of the con, but I hear that's not uncommon for him. Yeah, I've heard stuff like that about him before too. Hattie Hayridge does seem really cool though. Blackadder Christmas special. Yeah, I usually put that one on when I'm decorating the tree for some reason, or I used to. Now I put on a documentary called I Am Santa. But I think I'm usually putting up decorations or something like that when I'm watching Blackadder's Christmas Carol. Wow, this song goes on for a while, doesn't it? I've met Hattie 3 times. I last saw her back in September at the Stoke-me-Trent Comic-Con. That's cute. That's a cute name. Also probably an unpopular opinion, but sometimes I think I like her version of Holly more than Norman's. Not that I have anything against Norman's version, but sometimes I think I like her version of Holly a little bit more. Heard that Guy Seehey is quite wealthy as well. I don't know. I have no idea. I know he used to live in Japan, and then there was, I think, some kind of issue with his visa or something, and he had to come back to the US for a while, but I don't know. By that point, I wasn't really following him so much, I think. I don't know what happened with that. Pay $500 for a celebrity you will only see once while you can barely pay your taxes. Yeah, pretty much. We haven't got a bomb. I got rid of it ages ago. Why didn't you say? You never asked. Yeah, Hattie's version of Holly just had kind of a cuteness to it that Norman's didn't. I just get a kick out of that. Awooga. At least I won't have to have waited too long for my first convention of 2026, RexCon in February. That will come by soon. That's cool. Nope, never been to a convention. Sad but true. My daughter attended an anime convention a year ago, but I forgot which one. Yeah. Yeah, well, it doesn't help that, like, I don't really watch anime these days, and I don't know, like, the main reason for me to go to a convention would be if, like, someone was there that I really wanted to see, like, as a guest. I did get to meet the Echo the Dolphin creator at a a con a couple years ago. That was pretty cool. But yeah, unless there's someone there specifically I want to see, I don't really get that much out of conventions these days. Because like I don't really watch anime and I don't read comic books. So, you know, I don't get too much out of an anime convention or a comic convention otherwise. Video game conventions are probably a little more up my alley these days, but I also don't play that many new games, so yeah. In Japan, they go all out on merch. They have conventions dedicated to anything you can think of. Interesting. I think next year I'm going to try to get to some more cons. Moving got in the way a bit recently. I want to get back to it, yeah. I'd like to go to conventions and sell artwork again. I haven't done that in a while, and that's actually kind of fun for me. Hi, Taijian. Hi, George. Riding a big diesel locomotive out to the countryside to catch a heritage steam train to a Goldfields town. That sounds cool. Just Flash missing from the regulars. That's true. And yeah, also Moonbeam. I usually stick to conventions closer to home. Yes, same. Oh, you met Chloe Annette. That's cool. Wasn't there a bit in Phantasy Star 4 where someone offered to tell you Elisa's measurements while she's right there in the room with you? Yeah. And then she punched the guy. Speaking of Wicked and Wizard of Oz, I literally just opened Facebook and saw a picture of Roger Daltrey as the Tin Man. That's fun timing. Whilst Dina's mentioning it, Father Ted Christmas specials are our go-to for decorating background notes. Oh, I also put on AVGN's Christmas specials while I'm putting up Christmas decorations and stuff. In fact, I made a playlist of them. I try to update it every year that he does another Christmas video. Just saw a kangaroo hop a barbed wire fence. Oh wow, that must have been cool. Granted, I've never really seen a kangaroo in real life, so I just think they're cool in general. I like Hattie's Holly. I've said it many times, but she goes out like a badass since her last episode was back to reality. That's true. Sorry, I thought I felt a burp coming up there. There it is. Excuse me. I love Norman, but Hattie is my favorite version of Holly. Yeah. Honestly, I liked, even though Red Dwarf USA wasn't that good, I thought, oh, her name just escaped me. I was just about to say it, and then it just fell right out of my brain. Jane Leaves. I thought her Holly was pretty good, too, to be honest. I'm not a big Red Dwarf fan, but I remember female Holly's awooga wooga bit. Yeah, that's cute. Seen a couple of wallabies when we went to the zoo a couple months ago. That's cool. Hattie's on my iPad as her version of Holly. Whilst I love Norman's dry humor, Hattie is just real good. Much like I prefer the first Kachansky over the second. That's interesting. Guy see he became MAGA? Oof. I didn't know that, but he was starting to give me kind of MAGA vibes for a bit. That was one of the reasons I stopped following him. First guest I ever met at a convention was Warwick Davis. Back then, they only charged £20 for his autograph. Well, that must have been interesting. Oh, you wrote the message before I got what the Awooga thing? That's funny. Have you heard about the news for Gremlins 3? I have. It's interesting. I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess. As a Gremlins fan, I don't know how to feel. I want more Gremlins media, but I don't know how to feel about another sequel. Yeah, apparently they are doing puppets, or at least that's what the director or whoever is in charge of it wants to do. I think I read something about that. And an echidna, the zoo staff named it Bruce because, you know, Australian. Yeah, echidnas aren't that, real echidnas aren't that impressive. They're cute, though. They're cute, but, like, yeah, they're not. You look at Knuckles and then you look at a real echidna, and it's... Same with Sonic and Hedgehogs, I guess. I haven't watched a lot of modern anime either. I mostly stick to ones I grew up watching, really. Oh, that reminds me. I don't think I ever talked about it on stream or anything, but I did go back and watch Death Note kind of recently-ish, and I didn't like it that much. I think maybe if I'd watched it when I was younger, I would have liked it, but it's got this very, like... I don't know. Edgy... So it comes across like something that mostly edgy teenagers would like, but I fucking hated the main character, and I pretty much only liked, oh, I forget his name now, the demon guy. He was pretty much the only character I liked in there. But yeah, it was the first time I saw it. I didn't watch it when it was new or anything. Starting to suspect I died and don't know it has been freezing where I live, but I can't see my breath. At this point, it seems like sequels decades overdue will always be around. I need to stop using that. I don't need it that much right now. Akira is a masterpiece visually. Story-wise, it's a little hard to follow. I think I understand the gist of it, though. I'd love for it to be super cold in my area. It seems like it's going to be, but then it gets pretty hot. Yeah, I feel that. As someone who lives in California. It is starting to cool down, and I think it's actually, there's going to be like a day or two next week where it's going to rain a lot, so that's cool. And we did get rain earlier this week. I've never seen Howl's Moving Castle, I don't think. My heart can only handle so much anime at once. Regarding conventions, my favorite was Christina Ricci in 18. She signed my Sleepy Hollow DVD, took a picture with me, complimenting my Pennywise McDonald's shirt, and answered my Q&A enthusiastically. That's cool. I remember when I first saw Spirited Away, I remember thinking, what the hell is going on in this movie? I don't think I remember it being that hard to follow, but it's been a while. I've only seen it once, I think. I've revived one of the crew and Lister. It's someone you like. Rimmer. It's Rimmer. Hetty Hayridge published an autobiography titled Random Abstract Memory in 1997. It's out of print, but there's an audiobook version of it narrated by Hattie herself. That's cool. Oh no, it's the music that plays when a certain character dies. I guess I won't spoil this very old game. Ryuk, thank you. Also, hi Saros, I don't think I saw you before. Yeah, I freaking loved Ryuk, but I didn't like very much else in Death Note. Yeah, I didn't see this Echidna trying to glide or punch through walls. Have you ever heard of an N64 fighting game called Mace: The Dark Ages? I'm not sure. Maybe? Maybe it sounds vaguely familiar? Berserk is a very good anime, but very dark. It's set in medieval times and features a lot of supernatural... Oh yeah, I've always been kind of interested in Berserk. I've never gotten around to watching it. One of these days I will. Before I really knew about Death Note, there were cosplay videos of Mello X Nier. I have loved Mello ever since, despite his love-hate relationship in the fandom. Ryuk is always great, though, yeah. Yeah, Mello was really just L 2.0. But he was an okay character. I'm like, oh, I see what they're doing here, but I think he ended up being an okay character. I also liked L. I don't know why I didn't think of that. My nephew is or was obsessed with my neighbor Totoro and made some impressive drawings of the character and the cat bus. That's cute. The Simpsons had a pretty good Death Note parody in one of their Treehouse of Horror specials. Oh my god, I need to see that. I should try to look that up. 1, sit here and get blown up. 2, stand here and get blown up. 3, jump up and down, shout at me for not being able to think of anything, and then get blown up. Okay, Gabriel, thanks for stopping by. You're probably gone. But I'm at least closer to being caught up than I was the last time someone left, so... Yeah, Totoro is a good one. That's another one I think I've only seen once. Howl's Moving Castle was based on a Welsh children's novel. That's interesting. It wasn't that it was hard to follow, it's just the general weirdness went on. Fair. It is pretty weird, now that I think of it. I watched Perfect Blue 2 years ago, and it fucked with my head. Yeah, that's another one I haven't seen, but I probably should watch. Okay, you're a horror fan. Here's how I'd seal -1 to you. Sell -1 to you. It's daytime horror, that boat chase with a giant head at eye level, staring daggers at the people on the boat. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that ad. That's, I've seen that clip. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you for the hearts. R.I.P. Elise, we never did get to know your measurements. Oh well. Hi, Prism Brad. The person of Pony Talk has arrived after many months of not being present at these streams. Well, there hasn't been a stream in like a month and a half. I didn't tell you guys what happened. Part of the reason I haven't streamed in a while is because I got I was sick for basically the first half of October. It sucked. I was really fucking sick. It took me forever to feel normal. That thing really hung on. And then once I was better, I'm like, I just want a weekend to myself. And I think there was another weekend where I saw Good Boy, which Good Boy was a really good movie, by the way. I recommend it. Hi, Flash. I think I finished my thought. I'm pretty good, Flash. I hope you are too. You may commence the Sonic chat. We've all barely glanced over it so far. Yeah, there's been a little bit of Sonic talk, not much. -1 is fantastic, but minus color is the way to watch it. They put effort into making the black and white look authentic to the period, and it's gorgeous. Interesting. I think I heard about that. This music reminds me of Papers, Please, specifically one of the last tracks to the game. Interesting. Hopefully we'll ride on my scooter and go super fast. Sitting in my school's props closet as play rehearsals go till 6 tonight, and I'm absolutely have nothing better to do, so I'm alone in the dark hiding from Zecora and the zombie ponies. Okay. That would be a great band name, Zecora and the Zombie Ponies. It would. Oh yeah, Stranger Things Season 5 is coming out soon. It's taken way too long for that show to progress. Panzer Dragoon's Wii remake is confirmed. Opinions are mixed about the visuals so far. Interesting. Even when it's just chat, Dina is behind. I know. Okay, George, thanks for stopping by. Say hi to the kitties for me. I will. I love that cat bus. They really went out with the Death Note parody. They even copied the anime style. That's awesome. Maybe I have heard of it. Maybe I've like seen a clip of it or something. It's starting to sound kind of familiar. Damn it, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. I've got 45-ish minutes left. Also, speaking of My Little Pony, I must ask, have you ever seen the Equestria Girls concept art? You most certainly should take a look at it compared to what we ended up getting. Interesting. I don't think I have. Oh god, I haven't looked at anything My Little Pony related in ages, so I don't remember. I feel like maybe I've looked at it, but I don't remember what it looks like. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Oh yeah, that Fallout show. I keep forgetting about that. It does look interesting. Dina gets sick. Also, Dina, the show must go on, does stream. Well, no, I'm not sick anymore. I didn't stream the whole time I was sick, is the point. Hope you didn't get COVID. Everyone in my house except me and my pug. Everyone except me and my pug. Got it. Yeah, no, I went to, what's it called? Not the ER, but, whatever. They tested me for, like, COVID, strep throat, flu, whatever else, and they all came up negative, so apparently I just had a really bad cold. It was freaking horrible, though. Hated it. Okay, Dr. Mad Studio, thanks for stopping by. I'm sure you're long gone. Good Boy was a good way to start off October spooky season viewing proper for me. Oh, yeah. Also, hi, Saros. I don't think I saw you before. Yeah, it's a good Halloween movie. I'm doing all right other than this cold, which can get lost. That's funny timing. Not your cold, but you're mentioning it. You're mentioning it right after I was talking about my really bad cold. Colds are everywhere this time of year. Just got over one myself. Yeah, it's something about the changing of the seasons. It like messes with your sinuses or whatever. At least it does for me. I'm currently sewing on limbs to something I've had sitting around and I'm not enjoying it. Needs to be a magic way to attach them. I hate hand sewing. A spin-off called Ordinary Things. Oh my god, you guys are the worst. Apparently the original concepts for Equestria Girls, they would have had magic in the human world, and the human designs were smaller and more chibi-esque. Oh, I hate that. Along with regular skin tones for the characters. I don't know if that would have been bad necessarily, but yeah, I don't like the chibi aspect. I don't know why exactly. Maybe I'm just used to what we ended up getting. Hi there, blue microphone. What, was it not here before? Oh, cause I was gone. I get it. You're talking to the stuff in my background because I wasn't there. I guess. Santa, hehe, I've been here all year and it's almost time. Yeah, I was just saying earlier I need to take him down and run him through the washing machine. Hopefully he'll survive it. I think he will. I think he can survive a gentle cycle and maybe no heat in the dryer, very low heat. I don't know yet. That thing is nearly older than me, so I'm a little worried about it falling apart, but Got some big birthdays this month. Godzilla turns 71 on the 3rd, and Gamera will turn 60 on the 27th. Interesting. Someone find a cow to put in Dina's room? What? Okay, Death's Head, thanks for stopping by, and once again, you're probably long gone. When it's time, his eyes will start glowing red. That'd be a fun Easter egg if I thought to do it. Just like put some red eyes made of felt or something on top of it. I could probably just stick them on. I've never heard of those pizza places. I don't know if are they chains or... Watch party of all my My Little Pony vlogs. Yeah, and have my stream get taken down by frickin' Hasbro. I have thought about doing a watch party where I watch my My Little Pony like side videos, you know, where I did one about the thing what happened with Derpy, and I did one about grimdark fan fiction. But it wouldn't take very long though. It'd be like a 15-minute stream or something. Because those ones have enough edits in them that Hasbro hasn't caught them, and I think I'm still able to monetize them and everything. Looks like you had unidentified. What? Oh, you're talking about when I got sick. Yeah. What if Dina is one of the few of the T-virus turns you into a tyrant instead of a zombie? Oh, you found my channel through the My Little Pony vlogs? That's cool. Yeah, I know a few people did. A touch of T-virus never hurt anybody. Halloween just kind of happened for me. We had about 4 trick-or-treating groups, and then it rained. Had a hot dog for my local cafe, though. That was nice. I never get any trick-or-treaters. I think it's just the positioning of where I live. And Halloween was on a Friday this year, so I thought this might be the one night where I would actually get some, and nobody came by. You hate hand sewing, but you gotta do it. Thread by thread, stitching it. Oh. I see what you did there. You guys are the worst, yet you keep coming back to us, don't you, Dina? Yup. Laughs in evil British. Somebody on Blue Sky reminded me of, or they quoted the time that I compared Edward Scissorhands to an abusive relationship. Like, I keep coming back to it because I remember the good times, and then it ends up breaking my heart or something like that. And I'm like, I did say that, didn't I? Dina laughs, cringes without saying the comment out loud. Translation, Special Iron probably made a dad joke. I don't remember what it was, but probably. Yep, I refuse to read any of those. I think I remember Equestria girls having the colored skin tones like the ponies to avoid racism accusations because the internet will be the internet. It's possible. Oh, they are chains, and I could probably find some near me. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of them, though. Oh, the Grimdark My Little Pony stuff I would love a watch. Sorry if that, and I'm not sure what you're saying there. Sorry, I'm not trying to be cute. I just, whatever typo you made made the sentence not make sense, so I'm not sure what you're saying. Something about the the revisit of Ghostbusters. Yeah. Honestly, I'd say you could test stream half of the first season and see how the stream would go. If Hasbro tries anything, well, that would be a sign. Well, I mean, they've already monetized all of the videos, so I don't have any reason to think they wouldn't do it again. With the exception of those special ones, because I add so many edits to them that they don't catch them usually. I think there was one where they did and I had to fight it. Dina was a tyrant. Her attacks would include British Knuckles and Cunt Punt. Silent Hill was how I discovered Dina. Probably most people discovered me through my Silent Hill videos. I love handing out candy. Yeah, I would too if there was anyone to hand it out to in my area. I think that's one of the more fun parts of Halloween, is getting to see kids' costumes and... Yeah. I don't care if you're 6 or 60, I need to get rid of treats. Even the parents get treats for me. Yeah. I always end up buying a bunch of candy and then I ended up eating it all because nobody comes by. I think next year I'm probably not going to do it. Well, hopefully I'll be living in a different area, so maybe I'll try again. But if I'm still living here in next year, I probably won't bother. If I said I like waffles, they'll say I hate pancakes. I love that meme. It's so appropriate. I've seen so many versions of that play out in real life. Well, real life, the internet, but you know what I mean. In the wild is what I meant to say. Oh yeah, it would be really weird to have Zecora in Zecora in Equestria Girls. I never even thought about that. I mean, if they just made her like shades of gray like she is in the regular show, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to do that. A panel with voice actors mentioned that? Interesting. If you did the special My Little Pony vids that aren't the actual episodes, would you leave out the announcement video of ending My Little Pony vlogs? Because honestly, don't know what we'd really get out of that. Yeah, of course I wouldn't include that one. See, I like both Halloween and Christmas for different reasons. Although, for both, it's kind of the food. Get out. One reason Zecora doesn't appear in a lot of the main show, it's hard to constantly make her dialogue rhyme. Yeah, that must be a pain. Going to a great place for a work meal this year. They have a table serve carvery. I did my laundry and someone stole my bed sheets. I called my insurance, but they said they wouldn't cover it. Oh. Dum-ch. Had I realized that it was that kind of a joke, I wouldn't have read it, but I didn't realize till I got to the end. I'm finally caught up with the chat. A carvery is a special type of roast dinner here in the UK. Ah, thank you. I wasn't sure if that was a typo or if I just didn't know what the thing was. Geez, I'm only like halfway through these Phantasy Star 4 tracks. That's not true. I'm probably like 2/3 of the way through, but there's still some to go. They have a selection of meats that they can carve. That makes sense. For you, plus lots of choice of vegetables. I'm fighting someone if they take my bed sheets. I enjoy jokes like that. You can't escape the dad jokes, Dina. Being an uncle has infected me with dad jokes. Also weird how with Equestria Girls, out of all the references they would make in the first movie, the Cake Twins were just nowhere to be seen. That's true. Does Lee make dad jokes being a cat dad? Not really. Carvery is all meats you could want and a buffet of as many veggies as you can fit in yours. That's cool. I wouldn't have such a visceral knee-jerk reaction if Christmas didn't declare war on other holidays and invade. Yeah, I feel that. Excuse me, oh my god. I used to love Christmas, now I'm already sick of it by Thanksgiving. For some reason, I'm pretty good at tuning that stuff out. I do get kind of annoyed by it, but at the same time, I can kind of tune it out. They didn't even let me have one day of mourning for Halloween before Christmas ads came on. Yeah, I hated that. I hear a kitty. Tara's begging for pets over there. She got some, so I don't have to do it. I'm not reading that special iron. Don't blame Christmas, blame advertising campaigns. Yeah, there you go. Cutie marks are PG tramp stamps. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Wow. I have heard them compared to tattoos before, though. Because the genetics of pound and pumpkin cake don't make any sense, and I don't mean they're different species of pony pound cake. Pound cake's coat makes no sense. Well, yeah, I know. I mean, they basically made a joke about that in that episode. You know, it's really near Christmas. That's when they start putting the Easter stuff on shelves. Do they do that? See, I order most of my groceries, so I don't really, like, go to stores that much. Physical stores that much, except, like, the dollar store. I had a feeling you were gonna read that one. Ass tattoos. It's really more on the outside of their leg, though, technically. Tramp stamp goes on the lower back. Mariah Carey defrosts earlier every year. Yeah, I see memes about that every year. Yeah, ass tattoos. I'm always reminded of Mr. Burns when he gets shot. Hey man, are you okay? Won't dignify that with response. Collapses on sundial. I didn't remember that. That's funny. Forget genetics, it took the whole series for the Cake Twins to finally age it all. Oh yeah. It sounds weird in context because we're joking about cartoon ponies. Yup. Hi, Tara. Hello, baby girl. Tara's rubbing on my legs right now. Tara. And now she won't let me pet her. God, she's such a such a cat thing. Oh, there she is. Hey, sweetie. I don't think I'm gonna try to get her to be in this dweem because last few times she really didn't want to do it. So I think I just won't even chance it this time unless she starts giving some kind of indication. This girl really doesn't like being picked up. Sometimes she'll like tolerate it for a bit, but Doctor told me to exercise more. I asked why. He said so I can live longer. I said, oh, no thanks. I think I saw Valentine stuff last year getting put out by New Year's. Yeah, I could see it being put out by New Year's. It's like before Christmas is when I wouldn't expect them to put it out. That's true, they are on the flanks. The interwebs demand sight of the Terra. Hi, Shindragon. Apple Bloom literally abandoned Twist after she met the other Crusaders and never seems to talk to her again. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Cats are a gift from a normally uncaring universe. It decided to give us a break from existential dread. True. Don't take my shins. I'll take the opportunity now as we didn't reach it on the vlogs. What do you think of the Twilight versus Turek fight? Boy, it's been a while. I remembered being pretty badass. That was why I showed the clip of it in the opening. Past My Little Pony generations. Let's put a cute pattern on the pony's flanks. G4, this means something. I crack up that Peggy Hill had a nightmare of Hank replacing the propane for hell. That's a clean burn of hell, I'll tell you what. I don't remember that. What? We don't know why cats are, because they threw away the operating manual a long time ago. Sounds about right. Yeah, no, I'm basically caught up. There's like only like 5 comments below the one I'm reading right now. Okay, Introvert Goblin, thanks for stopping by. You may have actually heard me say that before you left. I will say the episode Twilight Time gets on my nerves because it's so weird how all of the fillies and colts are all of a sudden think of Twilight. I asked them celebrity when they knew her already. I don't know if I remember that one. Found my channel through the Catwoman video. That's cool. One of my few negative videos, too. Instructions unclear. Cat now sitting on Human's head. Sounds about right. Cats looked at dogs and decided to do everything the opposite. We'll soon see about that. Oh, what else could I talk about now that I'm actually caught up? Oh, I watched, I've seen all the Final Destination movies. I don't remember if I've ever mentioned this, but I've never seen those movies. And then last year, sometime around Halloween, I watched the first 3, and I didn't like the third one, so I kind of just gave up on it for a little while, but then this year I watched the rest of them, and they're fun. I didn't like the third one, but the rest are really fun. Particularly the last 2 or 3. Like, by that point, they knew exactly what kind of movie they were making. She deep in the chat. Will she ever catch? All right. Yeah, I know. Both are smart. Dogs because they follow instructions. Cats because they ask why. What's in it for me? I hope to get another big dog one day. Yeah, I miss having a big dog. We had a big dog when I was a kid, and I'd love to have one, but I don't have the time or money to take care of one right now. That might be like one of those things I do if I ever get to retire. And I have a big backyard or something. I only watched the Final Destination movies once. Everyone who ever watched them always shuddering when following a limber vehicle on the highway. Yeah, everybody makes a big deal of that, but I don't know. It didn't especially traumatize me or anything. The accidents, the stuff that happens in those movies are so outlandish. They don't really like... The only one that was really hard for me to watch was the laser eye surgery one. I actually turned away from the screen during that part. I'm like, nope. I'm just gonna wait till this segment's over. Also, it wouldn't be tradition of coming onto a stream and talking about My Little Pony without mentioning the one, the princess you love the most. Oh, you're thinking of Flurry Heart, aren't you? That was a choice. What else? What else did I... Oh, yeah, I did watch a lot of movies on Halloween that I'd never seen before. I finally saw the first Dracula movie with Christopher Lee. I'm sure I've seen it before, but it's been so long I didn't remember it. I don't like it better than the Bela Lugosi one, but it was mostly pretty good, except that Dracula had very little dialogue, which was weird. But yeah, I'm probably going to watch more of the Hammer Dracula movies. I finally watched Renfield for the first time. That movie's really good. I fucking loved it. What else did I watch? I think other than that, it was like the normal stuff I usually watch. Yeah, Flurry Heart. Film Den for the win, thank you. Congrats on catching up, you did it. You beat the chat boss and won the inner tubes. How do you prevent your cats from clawing things? I don't know. They're not too bad about that. Like, they don't claw furniture. They will claw the walls for some reason. I do have claw marks all over the walls, so... Rest in peace, Tony Todd, yeah. Yeah, his speech in the last Final Destination movie did I shed a couple tears over that. I love how many of the deaths are caused by open bottles of flammables or slippery liquids precariously bounced on the edges of desks and crates. Yeah, it's so stupid. But the stupidity is what makes them fun. And then their deaths are always so, like, over-the-top gory. It just, like, makes me laugh more than anything. Like, I cringe too, but... I saw Final Destination 5 as a kid. Yeah, that's the one they called The Final Destination. And that kind of scared me a bit because of the bridge. Oh, yeah. That's understandable. The escalator one. Why filmmakers? He'll live on forever in his movies. Yeah, indeed. I need to watch Candyman again. I haven't seen that one in ages. The tanning one was oof. Yeah, I thought that death was a little too cruel. They kind of like made those girls out to be annoying on purpose, and then they gave them a really fucked up slow death. I didn't care for that. The one where the guy got his inside sucked out through his ass in the bottom of the pool was nasty. Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen there because that's a urban myth. Okay, there wasn't quite an accident outside, but it sounds like there almost was. But yeah, as soon as that guy got in the pool, I'm like, I know where this is going. Because I'd heard that urban myth before. Oh, the gymnastics one. Yeah, that was rough. Although I did kind of laugh my ass off at how she basically folded in half. Dracula just makes me think of Castlevania now. That's funny. That's how you know you've played too much Castlevania. If Halloween happened in SpongeBob, he's just standing there menacingly. I got a publicity photo of Christopher Lee as Dracula when I went to Los Angeles in September. That's cool. Okay, you've already said Film Den for the win. I appreciate it, but you don't need to repeat it. Oh, now I'm a little bit behind. Not too bad, though. You see the dash cam behind the log truck lady saying, "Do it, I'm not scared anymore. It's okay, I'm a millennial." Whatever. I always laugh at the one where that girl gets killed by the flying tire that flies right through her. Was she made of Play-Doh or something? I remember which one that was. I'm starting to forget which kills happened in which movies because I watched them all kind of together, but yeah, that was hilarious. She like exploded. Oh, hi, Mad Morpheus. I thought I remembered you posting before. I guess, sorry about that. I try to say hi to everyone whenever I think that it's their first post, but It's easy to get people mixed up with each other when I don't have a name to go by. They actually built and destroyed a bridge for Final Destination 5. Practical effects for the win. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, Packer from The Office was in that one, and his death was nasty. He was like hanging onto the edge of the bridge, and like freaking hot tar splashed all over, and his skin started to come off before he fell. That's what was kind of funny about that one. It's like you expect, because the bridge falls apart and people are gonna fall into the water, but like more often than not, they hit stuff on the way down, or other shit happens. They got surprisingly creative. Yeah, that was a nasty death, and I was kind of glad that that character's actual death in that movie was a lot faster. Because he was an asshole, but I didn't think he deserved that. The way the 2 tanning beds cut to 2 coffins, yeah, that was kind of a lot. Oops, the stream just lagged. That sucks. The pool one is real. They make hot tubs in a way now to prevent you plugging it with your body. I mean, I believe that, like... I believe that you could get suction to it. I don't believe it'll suck your guts out is the thing. Alright, we don't need the gory details, thank you. The douchey guy in the massage parlor hoping it's secretly a brothel and getting dragged for it. Yeah. Wasn't too sad when that guy died. That bit with the needles, though, that was a little hard to watch. Oh, yep, I said that right before reading. I also didn't like the massage bed with all the pins on him, and when that giant statue thing fell on him. Well, I thought when the statue falling on him was funny. But yeah, the bit with the pins was rough. The kid getting squished by the piano in the new one, that was hilarious to me. He's one of the lucky ones, on the other hand. Isn't that exactly how Eddie Valiant's brother died in Roger Rabbit? Oh yeah, probably. That does sound right. It's been a while since I've seen Roger Rabbit. I need to watch that movie again. I thought Tom Cruise was in Final Destination 5, but no, the villain guy just had a haircut that looked similar enough to Tom Cruise. I guess I could see thinking that guy looked like Tom Cruise. So on to Sonic. I just love how Sonic Movie 3 did my Fox Tales justice. He really got to shine in it. And they let him be on equal footing with Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, that was pretty cool. My mom said she'd have spit on Tom Cruise's Walk of Fame star. Yeah, fuck that guy. He's a really good actor, but fuck him as a person. Oh yeah, the tar was nasty. The wrench to the face was rough, yeah. That was definitely a thing that happened. Wasn't there one where an explosion knocked someone through a chain link fence again? He was made of flow, yeah. Dude got pushed through a chain link fence. That was hilarious. Final Destination is on my never watch list. Too gory. Yeah, I get it. It's not for everybody. If you're the kind of person who can laugh at over the top gore, it's a lot of fun though. Why the fuck are some of these making me laugh? I know, right? The movies are wild. According to the producers, they made the tanning girl's death awful, so you felt guilty for wishing the annoying persons to die. We all knew someone annoying. I didn't wish for them to die, though. I thought they were kind of annoying, but I didn't think they'd... I don't know. I got the feeling that I was meant to hate them, but I didn't really hate them that much. I don't think I thought they were that bad, if that makes any sense. I got the impression the movie thought I was gonna hate them, but I don't think I hated them that much. I don't know. I've only seen each movie once, so, and I saw that one last year, so. I don't know what it was about 3 that didn't, like, click with me, but I didn't care for that one. It probably didn't help that I think I watched the TV edit, and if you're watching, which it makes those movies totally pointless, because 90% of the fun in those movies is the gore, and obviously the TV edit's gonna cut all that out. So that probably didn't help. It's funny because if people in Final Destination seem so fragile and easily destroyed, where Saw tries to make the point that our bodies can take a lot of trauma and still survive. Oh, good point. It's the anti-Saw. Yeah, like I said, I thought the bit with the gymnast was funny just because her body completely folded in half when she landed, and I'm like, I don't think that happens. Would she have broke her neck? Sure. Would she have completely folded in half? I don't think so. I bet Saw is on Flash's never watched list. I'll tell you what, most of the sequels are on my never watch list. I saw the first two, that was enough for me. Actually, the first was really good. But should hopefully be easy to tell that Tails is my favorite Sonic character. I just relate to him so much, yeah. There was this weird rule that you can get someone else to die in your place and you get the remainder of their life. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what's funny? When I was watching... Was it the fifth one? When I was watching one of the movies, I got this feeling like... do all these movies take place in the same universe? Because aren't people remembering that there have been like these weird death sprees in the past, and you know, why is no one talking about that? And then the movie ended with them getting on the plane that was the one that crashed in the first movie. Bit of a spoiler, but yeah, I thought that was amazing actually. I'm like, well, that explains it. At least for that particular movie. Yeah, I genuinely like the first Saw movie. I wish the sequels were more like that one, honestly. Turned out the guy he got killed was about to die of cancer anyway, and then he got squashed by the falling plane debris. Oh yeah, I think I remember that one. The twist ending for 5, yeah, I think that's the one I just mentioned. You had posted that, but I hadn't read it yet. Flash is just going on about Tails. He is adorable, though, yeah. There's a movie I could see without knowing anything ahead, it would be Saw 1, no question, yeah. Saw also started to get silly. I get that John needed assistance in setting up many of the victims and traps, but the amount of assistance he had by the end was getting ridiculous. How many people are willing to work for this guy, strangely likable as he is? That's a good point. I think Jigsaw was about the only thing I liked about... Jigsaw, as in the character, was the only thing I liked about the second Saw movie. Not the rest. I think I thought the rest of it was kind of dumb and I hated the characters. I don't remember too much about it, to be honest. Oh, and then I just read your question about do I like Saw 2. That's funny. Uh-oh, final boss music. Oh, it's almost 3. Okay, time to wrap up. Let me just get caught up on the chat here and I'll wrap up. There might be 2 timelines with Final Destination. The date for the flight 180 disaster is different in the sequels than the first, or they goofed up. Oh, was it? I didn't notice. I just noticed it took place like a few years before the movie came out, so I assumed it was the same date, but you know, I'm not like a mega fan of the series. I've only seen each movie once. I'm kind of skimming over the Saw stuff that's for movies I haven't seen. Final Destination spoilers as a whole. Everyone tries to cheat death. No one succeeds. Death, that was my intention all along. I feel like there might have been only one Final Destination movie where there was a survivor and then they died in the sequel, and I think that was the only one where there was any survivors. Weirdly, I'm kind of okay with Saw X being the last Saw of the original timeline. Oh, they rebooted it after that, or they're going to? That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I've never seen any... I've only seen the first two Saw movies. I don't remember if I specified that. Oh, 2 people escaped in the second one? I've forgotten that. I forgot that. Okay. I remember watching all of Saw in like 2 days before I knew of Jigsaw being a thing. I fucking loved Saw 4. How it happened at the same time as 3. I think I heard somewhere that the movies tend to take place at the same time as each other rather than being sequels. I mean, they are sequels in the sense of how they're named, but you know what I mean. The final boss catching up with the chat. Oh yeah, that is appropriate, isn't it? The final boss music. Like how one of the later ones was about a guy committing fraud, pretending to be a survivor and cashing in. Wait, are you talking about Saw or Final Destination? Because I don't remember that in Final Destination. Final Destination 1 could not be made today in a post 9/11 world. No, it could be by now. Not right after 9/11, but I think we're past it to the point where we can see plane crashes. Yes, Rarity is still my favorite. Well, for what it's worth, I don't mind Saw spoilers because I don't plan on watching any more of the movies. Hopefully no one else minds. Saw is too convoluted for its own good sometimes, and every film must have a twist ending because of the first one. You can tell when it's happening when the music kicks in. That's funny. Oh, okay. Saw 10 was a nice return, or Saw X. I don't know which one you're supposed to call it. I guess it probably is the 10th one, right? It was a nice return to Saw Forum. Dead Meat's podcasts on Saw this summer were amazing. Rarity, I'll destroy her, still one of her funniest quotes, and I'm surprised it's not more of a meme. Good point. There's a YouTuber I watch named Luxeria. You should all watch her. She's hilarious. But every once in a while, one of the little cutaway gags she uses is anytime somebody on one of the shows she's reacting to does something bad or whatever, she'll cut to this clip of Rarity going, "Cancelled!" And it's so funny every time. Saw 11. More Saw, more gore. Or 9, I guess. Yeah. I read that, That's right, I don't remember who started the Saw talk. I don't remember who or why. Because I know I wasn't talking about Saw. I don't think. I'm pretty sure I didn't start it. I go on so many tangents, who knows? Yeah, I was the one who brought up Final Destination. It was Special Iron who started the Saw talk. John adores Saw. Okay, you guys, thanks for joining my ramble stream. I think I'll probably be back next week. It depends on whether or not I end up seeing I already forgot the name of the movie. Jesus Christ, my brain is dying. The Running Man. It depends on whether or not I end up seeing The Running Man next weekend. If I see it, then I might not stream. So yeah, hopefully I'll stream next week. I don't know what I'll stream. I might go back to playing Stray. I think my computer can handle that. Oh, that's right. You compared Final Destination to Saw. How opposite about how easily killed the humans are, yeah. All of Rarity's drama breakdowns are hilarious. I wonder how much Tabitha improvised. Oh, good point. Who's that YouTuber you talked about with the Rarity cancel clip again? Luxaria. I'll actually type it out in case anyone... Yeah, she's this really, sassy British lady who reacts to, reality shows that I would never have watched on my own, but watching her react to them is hilarious. I thought she was maybe a little too much when I first started watching her, but she grew on me really quick. But anyway, I don't want to start a new conversation when I'm trying to wrap up. See Running Man. I might. I don't know. Like I said, there's 2 other movies coming out this month that I want to see, and I don't know. 3 movies in 1 month is kind of a lot. Granted, I may not get around to watching Zootopia until next month, since it comes out so late in November. And it comes out the same weekend as Wicked, too. Thanks for the ramble. Ramble stream, as you put it. It's fun to ramble sometimes. Therapeutic, too. That's true. I hope you like Luxaria. I think she's hilarious. She's like one of my favorite YouTubers now. She is the master of cutaway gags. Sounds like a holiday resort made by a certain superhero villain. Get well soon. I'm already well. The hearts have been spammed. Thank you for the hearts. Cast the chat into the fires. It was fun. Okay, everybody, like I said, I may or may not stream next weekend. If I don't, hopefully the one after. Again, barring anything weird coming up, which always seems to be the case, but... The British Knuckles. This song is really loud to me. I'm gonna turn my speaker down. Fires of YouTube. Okay, everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you next week, I hope, or the week after, I hope.